So in LRDI, the key is to select the right amount of sets. It's not necessary that you have to do the complete set, and select the sets smartly. And generally in LRDI set, the first one or two questions should be, we can get it quickly after solving for a few minutes. So if we
Right.
then we can understand like how much more time the other questions will take, or how difficult it is. So if we can quickly select the right sets and do the easier ones first, that will help us maximize our scores in LRDI.
Hello everyone, welcome to Cracku interview series. Today we have with us Arvind. He scored 99.57 percentile in CAT and he received calls from many IIMs and also many eminent non-IIM B schools. Currently he is a working professional working with Qualcomm since 2.5 years. Now coming to his educational background, he pursued B.Tech from IIIT Allahabad. And today he is with us to share his CAT preparation journey and also his B school interview experiences. Alright. So, hello Arvind, welcome to Cracku interview series, and a very big congratulations on scoring such a good percentile in CAT and also receiving such many good B school calls.
Thanks, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. So I am Arvind. I am from Hyderabad. So I am working in Qualcomm currently and have written CAT this year, scoring 99.57, and I have written IIFT and ZAT as well, and scoring 99.41 in IIFT and 97.9 in ZAT. So this has been my third attempt in CAT. I have scored 95.6 and 96.6 in the previous two attempts. So I'm very glad to have achieved this percentile this year.
Okay, that is amazing. You have also performed very well in other MBA entrance exams such as ZAT, IIFT and other exams. So you said this was your third attempt at CAT, and what changes did you make in your preparation? So what mistakes you did earlier and what have you learned from them, and what changes you made so that you were able to achieve such a good percentile in CAT this time?
So I was not very consistent in my earlier preparation. I did not focus much on my weaker areas, and particularly DILR, I was not very good at that section, and I kind of ignored it much during my preparations days. So during my first attempt, I wrote some mocks and I was not very clear about the exam pattern or strategy. So I wrote some mocks and I thought it would be enough for the exam. So I was not very well prepared for that and I scored 95.6. After that, I wrote lot of mocks and I self-studied, and I was not very good at some concepts, but I kind of ignored them. So I scored 96.6 with I could not clear the sectional cutoff in DLR. I got 62%, so I did not receive many calls. So this year I switched to Cracku test series. Since I was a complete preparation package, since I was a working professional, Cracku has a great series where a package where we can study at our own pace. Like every day, one of the best feature is the daily targets that ensure that I did some CAT preparation every day. So and video solutions we get with them every day help me to gain good tips like how to solve, especially Martha's video solution. I get step-by-step approach to every problem, so that has greatly helped me in my problem solving abilities. And so the daily targets ensure that I solved at least a set and some few questions every day, which has helped me in my hectic schedule while working. And the mock test series were very excellent. I get the video solutions immediately after the mock, and each and every solution is very detailed and explained. So I really enjoyed preparing from Cracku. And and apart from my preparation, I used to read the newspaper daily. I think for VRC, reading is the key. So every day, if you read the newspaper or something that will help you greatly. So, and for quant, I would say solve as many questions as you can. Read, of course, see the video solution. See like how others are doing, how they are doing better. Conceptually, you have to be very clear. You should not go into the trap of doing shortcuts and everything. You have to be clear very conceptually. And in DLR, I would say you should have some strong areas like set theory or like data interpretation. I mean, some strong key areas you should have, so that when you get those sets, you have to absolutely do it. And during the paper time, we have to keep our composure, like we have to quickly go through the sets, like, and we should have enough practice, so that once we see a set, we should have a like a blueprint, like how this would go about. So
Right.
Cracku has a lot of variety in their questions, and the video solutions have greatly helped me.
Wonderful. So you said you couldn't clear the cutoff in your earlier attempts in LRDI. So how did you handle that section? What changes did you make to your preparation that you were able to improve and ultimately clear the cutoff and also achieve a good score in LRDI?
So in LRDI, the key is to select the right amount of sets. It's not necessary that you have to do the complete set and
Right.
do it. You have to select the sets smartly, and if you do more number of I mean, few questions in more sets, that will fetch you the same amount of marks. Generally, in LRDI set, the first one or two questions should be, we can get it quickly after solving for a few minutes. So if we,
Right.
then we can understand like how much more time the other questions will take, or how difficult it is. So if we can quickly select the right sets and do the easier ones first, that will help us maximize our score in LRDI. So we should not get stuck to a question, finding the answer to one of the question and spending more time on it. That's one
Right.
of the major improvement or takeaway I have taken from my last attempt, and I have used it in my mocks as well.
Brilliant. Now, moving on to the mocks, like you said. So, how many mocks did you take, and what was your strategy to what was your mock analyzing strategy, and ultimately, how did you come up with the strategy that you're going to implement in the exam?
So mocks are, I think, the key, most important key in the CAT preparation. Um, I took almost all of the Cracku mocks, and another institute's mocks as well. So that will give me a good mix of questions. So I used to write mocks almost very regularly, and
Okay.
I used to analyze where did I go wrong, and I used to see the video solutions of almost every question, like how I could have done it better, or what mistake did I made. And I can definitely vouch for Cracku's video solutions. Maltese solutions in DILR and Quant really helped me in improving my problem solving techniques, I can say. Uh, every mock I used to analyze for just
Right.
about an hour, but that would be a very important factor in learning lot of things.
Right. Great. So, so you started mocks since.
Since I was quite thorough with the syllabus due to my earlier attempts, so I
Okay.
started it as
Right
early as
off.
around April or May, I can say. I would say the frequency I increased it closer towards the exam. Uh,
Okay.
and I would say I took a lot of sectionals earlier to
Right.
improve my strategy in those sectionals. Like how can I deal with the difficult RCs or difficult LRDIs. So sectionals, I would say I took a lot of them initially. Then I started going with the mocks as uh,
Right.
more
Right.
mocks
Right.
as closer to the exam. So sectionals is like a, I would say, mini mock. Actually, that would help me. So suppose if you are weak in LRDI, taking lot of
Right.
LRDI sections will prepare up for the like exam day
Right.
scenario
Correct.
for
Correct.
the.
Right. Wonderful. Now, so you also cracked ZAT and also you cracked IIFT. So how did you manage preparation of all these entrance exams? Because firstly there's CAT and then immediately there's IIFT and then there's ZAT coming up. So how did you prepare for all these exams simultaneously, and how did you manage preparation of these exams?
So preparing for CAT lays the foundation for most of the exams, I can say.
Right.
And in Cracku's portal, we have all the previous year question papers of ZAT and IFT, and all of them are solved, detailed, have detailed solutions. So I took
Right.
lot of the previous year question papers of ZAT and IFT, and for ZAT we had a crash course in decision making and quant by Saili ma'am. So I took the crash course, and I saw decision making videos, and the lengthy questions of quant, how can they be done quickly and better, and how to select quant questions. So that greatly helped me for my ZAT preparation. And Cracku's
Right.
previous year portal has, we can do section
Right.
wise, like
Right.
So that has helped me. So for IIFT we get GK section as well. Since I had the habit of reading newspapers, so uh, I had lot of uh, I mean, I was quite confident in GK, and we had lot of YouTube sessions in Cracku, like where they cover every month's current affairs and all. So I used to
Right.
see about them, and they helped me gain lot of knowledge, and I could score a good percentile in GK and IFT especially.
Great, that's wonderful. And we are really glad that you're able to achieve your target scores in these MBA entrance exams. And we really hope you make it into your dream B school as well. All right, now moving on to your interview process. So, when did you start receiving the calls, and how did you prepare for the personal interviews? So, what all calls have you received, and so how did you prepare for these interviews?
So I got calls from IIM Bangalore, Lucknow, and uh,
Wow, great.
all the CAP IIMs, and
Okay.
I have got call from SP Jain.
Okay.
So these are the calls I have got through CAT. So Lucknow was the first to give. This year we got the CAT results early, and Lucknow was the first to
Right.
give us the call. So when the results were out, I had some of my peers who were studying for CAT. So I used to discuss with them, like we used to have a mock PA sessions with each other, and we used to
Okay.
uh, discuss like how we can improve. Um, there are some YouTube videos and CAT preparation. GDPI preparation videos on the Cracku portal by Saili ma'am. Like what all points we can include in our key questions, like tell me about yourself, why MBA, why should we select you, and all. So I incorporated all those key points in my answers, and I polished them like through every mock interview I took. In the interviews, they mainly focus on our based on our introduction. They mainly focus on our uh, past things, like
Right. Right.
suppose we are a working professional, so they will relate to our work, like what do you do, and based on our work, what are the recent news regarding that. So that is the main core of the things, like where are you from, about your city. So there are some core things we should be very thorough about. Suppose you are a working professional, your work, your city, your acads, your graduation subjects and all. So those are the core things we should be well
Right.
versed about. Outside of that, like other extracurricular activities and all, we can prepare on that. So when you are a working professional, you should be thorough with the work what you do. You should be able to explain, like how and
Right.
uh,
The nature of your work.
yeah, nature of your work is one. So so if you're working professional, they don't focus much on your acads, I would say, but it's still necessary to
Right.
be thorough with them. Like you can't prepare, like each interview is different.
Correct. Exactly. So basically, you have to be prepared for anything that they might ask.
Yes, sir. Presence of
Great.
mind is important in interview. It's not like if you don't know something, you have to say
Right.
something not
Exactly.
related to it or anything.
Right. Excellent. Now, finally, what is that advice that you would like to give to the future CAT aspirants or the MBA aspirants in general?
So one major advice I would give is to be consistent. Like, so when you start preparing initially, you'll of course feel the resistance, like you'll feel the things getting difficult, or uh, not getting the answers and all. But I think consistency will make us more better every day. So initially we might face resistance, that we are not getting the answers, or we are feeling the things getting difficult. But if we stay consistent, I can definitely say we'll improve our score. We might initially feel we are not getting good marks in mocks, like we are getting very less marks, we are making a lot of mistakes, we are unable to attempt the questions. That will definitely be there. But if you stay consistently and keep preparing and try to improve on every mock and analyze what you have done, I can definitely say your score will improve towards the exam. And we should not lose confidence by our mock scores, and we should not keep contemplating like will CAT be difficult on this or easier than this. So we should take
Right.
every mock with an open mind and
Exactly.
try to do our best in that.
Brilliant. So that is some really good advice. Like what you mentioned is very true. You should not judge the difficulty level of the mock. You need to take it with an open mind. Thank you so much, Arvind. You gave some very valuable insights, and I'm sure it helps a lot of CAT aspirants and also a lot of MBA aspirants watching this. Yeah, thank you so much for those wonderful insights, and we wish you all the very best for your MBA journey.
Thank you so much, and I wish all the CAT aspirants a very nice preparation time and all the best for your exam.